I had an associate that I knew, good upbringing, strong morals, who decided he wanted more, not just success, but status. He wanted a seat at a table of prestige, power, fame, and fortune. But instead of building that table with integrity, he chose to hustle, scheme, and scam his way to the top. And the deeper he went, the more troubled he became. He regretted what he was doing, but he felt trapped in too deep to turn back. But here's the thing. Whenever you keep adding weight to a table that's not built on righteousness, it becomes unstable and may eventually collapse. And who were the people sitting at the table with him? Immoral lowlifes who were crooks and indifferent towards the concerns of others. They too shared the same ambition as him, but they really didn't care about him. They only tolerated him with smiles and fake love as long as he was winning. But there were innocent people connected to him who could be crushed under the weight of the table he was building, namely his children. You know how kids like to play on the tables. They think it's like a fort, safe place, somewhere to hide, laugh, and to be carefree. But they don't always realize the danger right above their heads if there's too much weight on the table. I told him, leave that table of immorality alone, find a better way, build success that's ethical. It may take longer, but you'll sleep better at night and you won't have to look over your shoulder. But he wouldn't listen. So I prayed for him because I knew the potential and purpose he possessed, and I felt for all the innocent people around him affected by his actions. I asked the Most High to deliver him from that wicked table by any means necessary. And then it happened. One day, he was speeding on his way to meet those same crooked associates at his house and got pulled over by the police. While he was detained, the mother of his children dropped the kids, or his kids, at his house and left because he was supposed to meet her there and didn't show. She didn't care either, but the children were now alone in a house full of armed criminals getting high and drunk. Long story short, evil was moments away from terrorizing those innocent children until one of those children was brave enough to call the police. By the time my associate was released from being delayed, he arrived home to see those same friends arrested and his children running out to him crying. They told him everything. They pulled guns on him, threatened us, attempted perverse acts on us, Daddy. But interestingly enough, the Most High stepped in just in time and aroused one of those kids up to do the right thing. Instead of that table collapsing and crushing his children underneath because of what he put on top, the Most High flipped that table over himself before it was too late. And that incident became his wake-up call. This is similar to what we see in the Bible. Jesus valued his heavenly Father's temple of sacred worship, but saw money changers and crooks there scamming the people to get rich. They were not there to give reverence to their creator, but to create wealth for themselves at the expense of the poor people. They had heavy tables that were built immorally. So what did Jesus do? Did he partake in the shenanigans? Did he turn a blind eye to it? Did he tell the authorities? No. He took matter into his own hands and turned that place out, flipping over as many tables as he could because they were built on wickedness. Just like him, righteous indignation should drive you to flip bad tables over in your life. When you build your own table out of greed, vanity, lies, etc., it attracts the wrong people who are jealous, envious, and even enemies disguised as friends. Also, your talent, wisdom, or experience may also invite similar people to your table if you're not careful. The only table that should be before you is the one the Most High builds with you in the presence of your enemies so he can come and dine with you. His presence will never steer you wrong, and he will invite real allies to come and sit next to you. When a man's ways pleases the Most High, even his enemies are at peace with him. Why? Because they know if they touch you or that table, they're going to be in some serious trouble. So they just hate from a distance. Sometimes the Most High doesn't just remove you from a table. He flips it over to expose the evil underneath and save the innocent. So ask the Most High today, Father, flip every table in my life that was built immorally that I should have never sat at in the first place. Or give me the courage and strength to do it myself. Whether it's a toxic relationship, a corrupt workplace, shady associates, or fake friends, or it could be as extreme as this situation. If you're willing to walk in his will and do so sincerely, he might just do it to save you and protect those who are innocent around you or underneath. If this message spoke to you, don't just like it, share it with somebody whose table is getting too heavy. Let this be their warning before it collapses or their deliverance through a table flip. For more content like this, subscribe to us on YouTube, Kingdom Harbinger Ministries, or join me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/divine prospect. Thank you for watching. Peace.